I was reacting to watching Cash and and his best friend Mal react to people getting knocked out in MMA. Oh my god, the one I just finished, the one knockout I just finished watching, it had me in tears. Oh, but what is up? What is up, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the APF Podcast, episode 82. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system once again, aka the coach.
And hey guys, it's your boy going forward. Hope you guys are having a good Friday, and hopefully you're watching this crazy election in terms of how Trump is literally imploding on live TV.
Speaking of elections, let's get down and dirty with that since that's gonna be like one of the main things. So you've been peeping what's been going on for majority. So I'm gonna let you handle that, and I'll put my 2 cents into it.
Well, are you talking about how do I think this is going the election?
Yeah. I mean, since you've been watching it majority of the time, so I would think that you would give like a recap for the people that have not paid absolutely no attention to any of it.
Yeah, look, man, this election is crazy, right? Joe Biden does have 253 electoral votes to Trump's 213. It really should be 216 because Alaska, he's pretty much won Alaska, but then Alaska takes a couple weeks to do their votes. So right now we have 5 states, because Alaska doesn't count, that are have not been called by CNN, NBC, and other reliable newscast networks like CBS probably and ABC, which are what is it called? Pennsylvania, Georgia, Nevada, Arizona, and North Carolina. Now, North Carolina will probably go to Trump. Now, the crazy thing is that Joe Biden has been down was down in all these states like 2 days ago, but as they were finished counting the ballots through election day, where Donald Trump said, look, I want my people to vote on election day because mail-in ballots are fraudulent and they are not real votes and they shouldn't be counted, he clearly was in the big lead. Some states like Pennsylvania was up like 600,000 and Michigan and Wisconsin was up like a couple 100,000. But as the days went on, the hours went on, into the night, we started counting mail-in ballots. Joe Biden started to scream back and take the lead. And, watching CNN, watching Fox News, I watch everybody. I always believe you need to watch every single news network because they are all biased anyways. It's just that Fox News is crazy biased.
And, they said we're not going to call Biden president-elect if he wins.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to call him that.
I mean, you don't have to call him that, but that's what he would be. Look, they're just because them and the Associated Press called Arizona for Joe Biden like 2 days ago, and now because Donald Trump was very livid that Fox News is standing by their call. I guess in a way to appease him, not only did they show that crazy press conference he had after he basically went down in every state not named. At that time, he was still up in Pennsylvania, but we knew the writing was on the wall, and he was down in Nevada and Arizona. He went on live TV, which was showcased by Fox News, and the entire thing by Fox News and CNN, and basically said that these votes come out of nowhere. They're fraudulent. They're trying to steal the election. They're cheating with no proof at all. He just says these things because that's what Donald Trump does. He says things, without any proof and just wants to make them true. And Joe Biden before was like, count all the votes and everything. Now, why is and also let's not forget that Donald Trump is now having legal challenges in almost all of these states I'm talking about, the Georgias, the Nevadas, the Pennsylvanias, even Wisconsin, which he's down by like nearly 100,000 something votes or something like that. And, it's crazy. Donald Trump, it does not take losing well. We know this. Donald Trump is never
I
is.
don't want to take losing well, but he does it to an extreme level.
Yes, of course. Yes, I mean nobody takes losing well, but especially Donald Trump because he's always won and he never really loses, which is now why he's suing everything to try and get votes stopped. He's telling people to stop the count in Pennsylvania, but keep counting in Nevada and Arizona, where he probably won't win. Even though people are questioning why did the Associated Press and Fox News call it, he's probably going to win like Arizona. He will win Nevada because his leads went up. But at this point today, we believe that we will be able to call Pennsylvania because there's not very many votes left. There, every single one is around 95 or more percent. The crazy one was Georgia. Joe Biden is up by 4,000 something votes in Georgia. They will be having a runoff. I'm sorry, a recount, but they do have other ballots. Military ballots, overseas ballots, provisional ballots. But let's just be honest. Even with all that, I don't think he's going to come back. Joe Biden will be the next president-elect. Just because Fox News doesn't want to say because they want to give Trump at least a little something matters nothing to me. This election's over. I'm enjoying watching the election. I mean, there's literally nothing else on TV because all the good shows are fucking gone into November. So I might as well watch this shit. And it's fun because it's funny watching Donald Trump scream and cry, him and his entire family of degenerates and his people.
Man, this is like what would you say this is most likely the craziest, one of the most I would say hectic elections since I don't know when was the last hectic one, but I say this one is pretty up there with I don't know when the last one is, but I'm saying that's probably pretty up there with one of the most hectic elections of all time. If I say so myself.
Yeah, I mean this one is the most hectic. Clearly, there's no way any other one is as hectic or as crazy because no other election has had 150 million people vote or more, like 140, 145 million people vote. There's never been mail-in ballots where almost all these states are counting their mail-in ballots after, which makes it a crazy process. Let's not forget that a lot of these places have never really had mail-in ballots either at this level or at all. So what does that mean? They have to open these ballots and check for them to be legal and all that, and then put them in the machine. And they have to do this all by hand, people. This is not digital. Like they have to open all these in hand, all these millions of ballots by hand. So yes, it's going to take a lot of time. Now, some places like Nevada are like, we're going to do this amount. Fuck you. We're going to sleep, and we'll be back tomorrow. Other places like Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona are working around the clock to get theirs in. Now, I find
slaves out there. I just gotta say that one. They looking like some slaves.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a job they wanted to do. That's a job they were up for, and they're getting paid like minimum wage. And most of them are retirees, anyways. So it really, I mean, I don't think they really care much. Like, if you're a retiree, what else do you do with your day? Like, watch TV. Maybe you have a side job or you invest. But these people are retirees. They have nothing else to do. So I think they're more than okay with sitting there and spending some time.
At that point, they already made their bread already. So they already made their other jobs before they retired. So it's like, what's the point? It's like extra chump change or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to continue to watch this election. It's been great for me. Black people have came out to vote for Biden at an incredible amount in these states here.
Well, we gotta look at it like this. We don't want Trump. I mean, he's probably gonna run the next election in 2024, but we don't want 8 years of this man. We want as he gets his 4 years now. We want something different late. Then we want something different for the next 4 years. And if he decides to come back and wins, okay, then we gotta suffer 4 more years again, and after that he's done. Then we never have to hear or see him in the Oval Office ever again. Which is why you see our kind and anybody else that Biden supports are going to vote and make sure that this man make sure that Trump gets out of there this year. And as we seen, like Florida is like Biden, as you said before, Biden has failed to get over with them, which is why Trump might take that state.
Yeah. Look, man, great election. It's awesome. Um, hopefully people will be able to take the election good. Um, all you Trump voters out there crying on Twitter, I see you guys complaining, putting up
Also,
videos of fake ass fraud that if you probably give to a news network, an actual reputable news network that's trustable, would probably throw it in the trash and be like, yeah, there's none here. The Trump campaign has put out their own amount different lawsuits about fraud that have been adjudicated and said it's just not true. So don't worry, they'll get done with it. And when they'll go back to being normies who have no leader and will just have to deal with like fucking Chris Christie or some shit and be mad and just say, I'm not going to vote. That's the great thing about this. Donald Trump being out of our lives and Trump TV, let's just be honest, Trump TV is now going to be on my TV. And if it's online on the internet, I'm not watching that shit. So
that's not even touching my Google history, bro.
and nobody's going to look. They're going to watch it. I'm just not. If there's Trump TV online, I'm not watching it. The only time I'm seeing it is if I click a video on YouTube. But let me tell you something. I'm not typing Donald Trump in my computer. I'm not typing Trump TV. I can tell you that.
That's why folks, you have incognito for a reason. You don't want no fuck shit in your in your own Google history. Use incognito. But even incognito, I'm still not gonna type that man's name in my Google my search bar. Fuck it. Forget that. Y'all support a dude who's not for the people, who wants to kick out minorities, and who wants to get rid of a care plan that helps people that can't afford a care plan. You want to support that man? Go ahead. Then I can't mess with you. Yeah, you're supporting that a man that people are not the what less fortunate can't get the good healthcare plan. And Obama created Obamacare for a reason, and now he wants to rip that away. You're supporting that, and that says a lot about your character.
Yeah. So is that it for us, or is there anything else?
There is a. Oh yeah, he tried to Trump tried to finesse. What was his why was he trying to finesse the the vote? Because he's doing
I mean, he's trying to basically not get votes counted. He's saying that mail-in ballots are fraudulent and shouldn't be counted at all. That's really what he's saying. That's
the same thing as you going up to a machine and casting your vote.
Exactly. Look, there's no way that they're fraudulent. These are just a different way of people to vote. Mail-in ballots, absentee and mail-in ballots are a real thing. Colorado and one has been doing mail-in balloting for over 2 decades. It's been here. Trump is mad that mail-in balloting is making him lose. All it shows is 2 things: Republicans voted on election day, and Democrats voted mail-in balloting. Right now, the percent. Now the thing is that there's just a insane, inordinate amount of mail-in balloting going to Democrats. That Trump's election day total was unable to hold back in these specific states. Right now, other states, no, but in these states, because of the way they did it, and just the incredible amount, you hear like mail-in balloting. Joe Biden's getting like 75% of all these mail-in ballots, including the 43% or however many 41% he gets in the election day vote. Donald Trump is getting 20% or so of mail-in balloting. He has no hope. Of course, Joe Biden was going to catch you when they keep showing me on TV through different networks that he's getting 75% of these votes. And let's not forget, in Michigan, in Wisconsin, in Pennsylvania, in those big population places like in Houston, Joe Biden won 80% of the vote on election day, and then wins even more of that mail balloting. So of course he's going to catch you because Donald Trump doesn't win population centers. He doesn't win where you and me live, suburban, places. He just wins rural places. If you look on the map, he never wins any of the population centers. All he does is win rural, but he runs it up so high. The thing is, Joe Biden ran it up high too, just at a more inordinate, crazy amount. And he just can't wrap his mind around that. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. Democrats said, we're going to go mail-in balloting. And it worked. You said, I don't trust it, and my people shouldn't trust it, and you fucking lost. That is it. It's over. You're going to lose Nevada. You're going to lose Georgia. You're going to lose
He kind of fucked it by telling the people that he supports to vote early.
Yeah, he told them all to go vote election day. You screwed yourself. Joe Biden was like, mail-in balloting. Democrats, mail-in balloting. They pushed it. And they were able to get so much, including the election day that they got, that they won. Number two, Joe Biden is up like 4 million in the popular vote. Now, most of that is California, but still, that's a lot of votes, man. So Joe Biden is going to get this win. We will see what Joe Biden does for our community. If Joe Biden doesn't do shit for us, he's gone. Because we need people who are going to do something for the black community. Because black people.
He did say all these little things that he's going to do. So let's hope it's not capped that just to get elected. Because if it is,
you're correct. I was looking on Twitter a little bit. Shannon Sharp said, "Look, we voted him in there. If he doesn't do anything, we gotta get his butt out." And it's true. He's winning all these population centers where 50% of the black people are, and we're giving like 85%, 90% of our vote. So he better do something. We saved him from Bernie Sanders, and we saved him from Donald Trump. So you better repay us.
And if he doesn't, you know what time it is. We getting you out there.
Yeah, we are.
No questions asked.
Yep. All right. So move on to next topic here.
And so oh yes, the NBA season is restarting December 22nd.
Yes, NBA season start 2021. They're starting, like you said, December 22nd. It's a 72 game season. Right now, they have made basically have said that it's 72 games. I'm trying to actually pull it up here. The complications again. Now the big thing is, are the superstars going to show up? Right, like LeBron, Jimmy Butler, certain, Kawhi Leonard, certain players, are they going to show up?
That depends on them. That all depends if they want to play, if they want to show up and play majority of the games or not. That's all. That's basically a dependability. It depends on them. So
yes. Look, it's good. The most important thing is that they have gotten it done. They are going to. They've signed now. They're just going to deal with the CBA, essentially right now. Really, and try and get that situated. I think if I go to Adrian You go to Woj's Twitter, he has more information. But there's really nothing crazy. Now, I think another big thing here. Okay, here we go. I found the article on ESPN. Yeah, the start 72 games, December 22nd start. The big thing is, look, they're trying to get this season in before the Olympics because the Olympics will essentially crush the NBA season. Like nobody will watch the NBA. If they were unable to get it before December 22nd to start, they will have lost between 500 million and $1 billion in short and long term revenues. Um, a big thing again. They are telling teams that the 40% of that revenue could be lost without gate receipts this season. I don't think it'll be that big of a loss. I do think that the NBA should really try to push to get fans in. They're in NFL. They're in the MO. They were at MLB games. They're at MLS games. I think we can really try and get some fans in there at this point.
Because they need
They need it. Yes, that's true. They do need it. They need the gate. The gate's big. 40% of your revenue is gone, all because you don't have people in stands. Yeah, you need to really make that a big thing to try and get them in there at all. Now the NBA has pushed to today a deadline that keeps open. I'm sorry, the option of terminating the CBA, which would blow up the league's financial structure that allows for a 50-50 split of the basketball related income. Now, because of the pandemic triggering a forced majeure clause in the CBA, they both sides have a 45-day notice of terminating agreement. I don't think that's going to happen because the NBA got what they wanted, which was the December 22nd start. Now, one interesting thing is about these rookies, right? Now, the rookies will only have 34 days to meet with the teams and sign a contract. Remember last year they had like 4 months. They're in basically half 1 month.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, they had. Yeah, I was like, yeah, they had a bunch of time last year.
Yeah, they had a lot of time last year, like you said, and they just don't have it this year. They're gonna have to get things done quickly. Also, free agency is gonna have to be done pretty quickly, just because they just don't have the time. They were interesting complaining about a little bit about player rest. Yes, LeBron and Jimmy Butler and the Lakers and Heat are going to only have 3 months of rest. I think that's good enough. I am interested in free agency, but I don't think free agency is going to be a big thing this year. I mean, really, who's on the market other than really Chris Paul? So I don't really think, and trade. I guess trades would be a big deal. Not as many days for trades. So, and it's interesting. It's nice that we are going to get basketball in about another month. People do,
basically like a month.
yeah, it's coming up quickly. So I'm more than happy for that. To see Steph, to see Clay, the revenge tour coming to a city near you, coming up. Now, I think you should hear this. Is that Stephen A. Smith? Stephen A. Smith, Big Mouth Smith, Loud Mouth A. Smith, said that Stephen Clay will take down Anthony Davis and LeBron James this year.
He's drunk.
Now I'm the biggest Steph fan. Obviously, I'm a big Clay fan. I don't know about taking them down in the playoffs or anything like that because, you just look at how well the Lakers played last year. But I just think Stephen A. again, maybe he really believes that, or he's just saying that to say something. I'm going to give the man a benefit of the doubt. He does have basketball intelligence of basketball, way more than football. I don't believe in anything in football at all, or really any other sport in generally. But I believe in basketball. But I think he's just saying stuff to say stuff to get riled up. Now let's just all be honest. If the NBA does not make the Lakers versus Warriors the first game of the year, they're dumb. They just should. That should be the game. not Lakers Clippers, Lakers Warriors. We all know the Warriors are going to pull in LeBron versus Steph. That's the game if I was them.
Using LeBron versus Steph.
LeBron versus Steph is a far bigger game than LeBron versus Kawhi.
Oh
Steph
no, no,
Curry.
that was last season, man. That was last season. Steph Curry's coming back, and we haven't seen him play in months. So that would be a more interesting matchup than watching LeBron and Kawhi and George Paul again. I'm like, we already seen that. We already seen that shit show. Look what happened. They got They got murderly destroyed in 7.
Yes, it's true. I will say congratulations to Paul George and his fiancee Danielle on getting engaged. Good job, Paul George. Hopefully that will
You made that shot. That was the one shot you could make.
Yeah. That is funny. I was gonna make a joke about that. Hopefully, it'll help you from being George Paul to Paul George in the playoffs. But who knows? We will see. Is there anything else for us to say here? Any other big thing? Oh, do you know this rapper King Von?
Oh yeah. I was talking to somebody about that earlier. The dude got shot. It was like so. It was let me see. It was because supposedly it was a fight between Quando Rondo and King Von's crew. Allegedly broke out outside a downtown Atlanta nightclub this morning. Well, basically, like, I guess you could say, like, yeah, I guess this morning, and someone started shooting when 2 off-duty police officers attempted to intervene. Two were dead and two more were injured. So I guess his King Von's crew and Rondo's crew were basically going at it, and then King Von was like one of the 2 people dead, and then I don't know who else died, and then there's 2 other injured. So, and I literally was watching like a video of him and who was it, Polo G, Zeus, and Belu were reacting to a song. That was like the last time I seen him in the video, and then all of a sudden he's dead. I was like, bro, what the hell? I was like, he dead? I just seen him in that video like not too long ago. He already dead. I was shocked, man.
Yeah, I'm also shocked that another young man died. Again.
Like I said, I'm not gonna just like Nipsey Hussle. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I listened to his music since day one. I've been on his train. No, I haven't, because I'm.
And I might have music. That's just how it is. Like, people, you can feel bad.
I can't really say that because I haven't listened to one of his songs, but LeBron and his kids, Bronny and Bryce, listen to his music, so I guess they liked his music. So I was gonna be like, okay, let me listen to some songs at some point and see if I can get down with King Von. I probably might, but if I don't, then I don't. But I'm like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh, I listened to him. Like, no, he just never popped up. I knew about him. I knew about King Von, but his music never really listened to at all.
Yeah, I mean, I was just reading a story here. Essentially, he got shot in a initial shootout between 2 groups. There is actually a video online of the man getting shot. Obviously, if you want to go to TMZ, you can find that out. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ because for some reason, law enforcement continues to give TMZ all this information, even though they should be keeping it to themselves. But, good job on TMZ. A deadly shot broke out early Friday morning outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge in downtown Atlanta, with gunfire being exchanged between 2 groups of men who were arguing with each other. The sources say there were off-duty Atlanta police officers working at the club and an on-duty cop patrolling nearby, and police opened fire while confronting gunmen. In total, there were 6 people shot, 3 who remained at the scene and were transported to hospital by EMS, and 3 other people fled, but also ended up in the hospital. 3 people died from the wounds, including King Von, according to one of his closest friends. No cops were injured in the shooting, which is now being investigated by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Atlanta police homicide. He was not shot, obviously, by the police. Clearly, this is not a big story because of the, um, election. So it is what it is. But I
But
just
I think it's gonna get around.
it's gonna get around. Yeah, I always feel bad. These guys go to these like hookah lounges and like late at night. Obviously, me and him, we got different lifestyles. Now he's in that rap game, all that stuff. The rap game has always been a place where, in my opinion, you can get shot because of what you say, how you act, how you portray yourself. You can get shot. Nipsey also got shot out of nowhere. We all see Tupac, Notorious B.I.G. all got shot, man, because they were all up in there, all up in that gangsta lifestyle, and was a pro, and it gets them
Yeah,
really.
I know. That's what I'm like. That's what I be thinking. Like, what? Because like because we all know who DDG is. I just don't want that to happen to that nigga, man. I just don't want that to happen to that nigga. He gets shot and he goes to the lounge or something. I just don't want it to happen to him because he was like one of the he was like one of the YouTubers I was like starting to watch heavy, like, but because even though I started watching YouTube like 2013, I didn't really watch. I didn't really have like I wasn't really watching it like that. And then as I started to go as years started going, 2016 was like the year I was like started to watch YouTube more often. He was like one of the dudes that I started watching a lot, and then to see where he came from just a guy vlogging in college making money to getting a gold plaque on on one of his biggest songs, Arguments. I just don't want it to happen to that man because he only just got started. King Von, he was like born in '94, so he was like he's 2 years older than you. He's like 26. He's had a bright future ahead of him. So like it's like you said, the rap game is a very dangerous place to go in, and you always have to watch what you say because your past always catches up to you, or just some hating ass dude or just some hating ass dude wants to take your shine away and just take you out of this world.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
I mean it's and he has three. I think he has 3 kids, man. He got 3 kids too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, it's disappointing, but that is when you're in the rap game, that is what happens. Um, there is another story that Lamar Odom just got. His partner, fiance Sabrina Parr, has just called off their engagement. She's saying that Lamar Odom is having relapses of those same issues he had with Khloe Kardashian, which is probably the drugs and whatever else he's doing. I was just reading on TMZ because TMZ has basically all the dirt on everybody who's getting divorced or doing something crazy. And I just want to say that hopefully Lamar Odom gets the help he needs. If it's true, which is Sabrina Parr looks like she's a person who doesn't hide stuff. So I would tend to believe her. Hopefully Lamar continues on his road to recovery. As I've always said this. You need to stop marrying people or whatever after 3 months. You don't really know the person.
did he really do that again?
Yeah, he did that again. He proposed to her after 3 months. It's
The
like
fuck? Oh my god!
yeah, I was watching this The Bachelorette, because I was bored, and I just popped up on the place where the girl basically dumped these other guys within the first 24 hours of the actual season, and ran off with this other dude. I'm like, wow, that was it? You barely talked to the guy. You barely had time with him, and you're ready to marry him right then and there? And they look happy right now. Who knows how long that lasts? I hope it lasts. But man, people, you cannot do what either of these two people did. The girl on the Bachelorette or Lamar with them. You need to take your time. I understand you may feel like, man, we got a connection right then and there. But no, you need to take time to get to know them, to live with them at least. You do understand when you marry people, you do live with them. So
Exactly.
to just marry these people after 24 hours, like the lady Claire on The
Wait,
Bachelorette.
24 hours.
Yeah, it's 24 hours. I'm not even kidding.
He got
She
married after 24 hours.
yeah. He proposed after 24 hours of knowing her, basically.
What the
Proposed
fuck? Y'all,
like
love make y'all do the weirdest things I've ever.
yeah, man. Them dudes when she went out there, the Claire chick, she's a good looking woman. She's got a nice body, everything, what all that stuff. She went out there and talked to the guys and said, I'm gonna take the he's a former pro football player, funny enough, and I'm gonna marry him or I'm in love with him and I'm gonna dump you guys. Those dudes are like shell shocked. They're like, oh my god, she really did this. She really fell in love with a
She
dude.
really wasted my time for this shit to happen.
Yeah. Now they did bring in a new woman to do the Bachelorette, like that same like the day 2 days after. So they'll be if they want to continue, they can go and try and woo her. I do feel bad for them because for that for that to happen to you is never good. You get to this show that you've watched probably for years and you see what happens and you want to experience it. Yeah, you're trying to find love, but it is an experience. It can jump off your career, make you popular, as it's done for a lot of them. And within the first like 24 hours, not even the lady basically dumps all of you and runs off with this guy that she's talked to for maybe 2 or 3 hours. And that sucks, man. And I hope it works out. But people, like we're saying here, stop marrying people. Stop falling that fast in love with people, man. Damn.
Oh, like my god.
I mean, 3 months, a 24 hours, crazy. Less than 24 hours, you take a proposal. You're like, he's everything I need. Like, whoa, whoa. Number one, this girl also, I would tell you, on the Bachelorette has like abandonment issues. She's basically, she said, forced try to tell dudes that she loves them and she wants them to love her back. Well, that's not how it fucking works.
It
Okay.
doesn't work like that, man.
Okay. You can't just be like, please love me. She said, I basically am telling these guys to please love me. No, that's not how it works. They need to actually love you. Now, this guy, the profile player, really likes her. He said, I felt a connection with her, all this shit. But damn, son. I mean, I hope it works out, but it probably won't work out that well at all. It just won't.
Because you can't sit there and tell me that, oh, after 24 hours, you go out and say, like, oh, I like this girl. Look, I've done it. It's happened to me before. I have liked this girl, but the funny thing is, right? Long story short, I knew it wasn't the work, so I was like, I stopped pursuing. But then I said I said something and along the lines of, I mean, I'm not going to say what I said because we're
Yeah,
gonna
keep that to yourself.
yeah I'm gonna keep that in my DMs and hopefully her ass keep it in the DMs herself because I know she likes to talk so damn much. So I've always wanted to ask her about that shit. I might have to do that one day, but long story short, I said this. Now, when I said this thing, it came off as if I did liked her, but I already knew day one. I already knew like a long time ago. I already knew it wasn't work. So I was saying as a friend, as a friendly thing, like you're this, and as a friendly thing, not no like I like you. So after I said that, then she proceeds to ask me like, can I ask you a question? I say yes. She said, do you like me? I say yes. And then she told me, the whole, I like you as a friend. See you nothing more than that. I was like, fuck it, fine, whatever. It happens. I'm not mad that it happened because not everybody. Not everybody sees the vision that you see, that you originally think that you could put into real life. So that's what I did, and then I was gonna be mad. I was like, what could I be mad for? I'm not gonna make this girl like me. I'm not gonna make this girl love me. If I do that, I seem like a damn psycho. So what y'all need, y'all boys just need to like stop simping so quickly. Like, oh, like, come on. You have 12 months. You have like 8 months, man. You're gonna have to live with this girl. You do know that, right? You gotta live with the person that you marry, and you gotta deal with all their weird habits and whatnot. So I know that was, and also I know if y'all know who Nate's Life is, well, he doesn't go on the channel, but Nate got keys. Nate's Life. He did the same thing with his last ex. He broke up with before his last ex, his ex before his last. He broke up after like 2 years. They tried living with each other. They couldn't do it, so he moved. So he moved to LA, and a couple months later, he says all of a sudden he got a girlfriend. I'm like, what the? I'm like, so you tell me you fell in love that quick, bro? Obviously, he fell off too quick. But the funny thing is, the relationship lasted like a year or two, probably like 2 years or something, which was funny. I was like, damn, I thought this relationship wasn't even going to hit a year, but it hit 2 years. But they had issues and whatnot, and all I'm saying is this: you gotta figure out this person before you just start saying this and that. Before you start developing feelings, you gotta be like, is she right for me? Is she on her shit? Is she one of those that's gonna use me for this and that? You gotta figure out all these before you just start saying you love them. Like, you don't like I just don't understand. I just don't understand why people are so quickly to jump the gun to be in a relationship. We are not in relationships. We are happy where we're at. So, but some people just can't be alone. Some people just don't like to be alone. I mean, I understand it, but at the same time, it's like you can't force love. Love has to naturally happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you can't just force that shit.
Yeah, but let me tell you, if I ever get any kind of relationship married, it will be after a while, not 3 months.
How long, in your opinion, would you think it would be
I mean,
a decent amount of time?
That thing gotta go like 8+ months, man. 8+ months. It just does. It just does. It can't be no.
So you're saying like before you call them your girlfriend?
Oh, yeah, it's gotta be a couple months. It's gotta be a couple months still, man. A couple months. It's not like 4+ weeks.
I'll say you gotta be months, not like 1, 2, or 3. I'm talking like 5, 6, 7 months.
For them to be called a girlfriend. I think for me it's gotta be 4 or 5 months. Yes. I mean, it's weird. Some people it takes like a couple weeks, couple months, but yeah, a couple months probably. And then marriage. I mean, that's 8. Girlfriend's 4 months. Then any thought about engagement leading to marriage, it's probably like 10 or more months of togetherness. Yeah, and I also have to live with you because marriage is going to be.
You also have to know how their living habits. You also have to know how do they live? What do they do? What do they be doing? How do they act when they're in the house with you, or how do they act in the house when you got people over?
Yeah, I mean that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, because you acting like a slob. I'm like, nigga, I can't live with you.
Oh yeah, totally. You can't. You gotta act right.
Yeah, if you're not acting right, then I can't live. I'm like, I can't live with you.
Yes, that's true. That is
So
very much true. So, is there anything else? Anything else we got here to talk about? Let me see here.
I
Let me
mean,
see.
we talk like quick. We could just quickly talk about like NFL, like for a quick second.
Yeah, I mean, look, big games next on the weekend. Very quickly, we don't want to do too much
Yeah,
time.
because first
Saints.
off, we started late, so it's like if
Yeah,
we
we did
started,
so late. We were
probably
busy.
got more in. But since we started late, then
Yeah, it is what it is. But that's fine. We're good here. We're continuing our every week podcast. We're always going to put it out here because that's what we do. But
we're not
now,
we're not one of these people that are not that just force shit out.
yes,
We even though we do it on the spot, at least we do on the spot with what makes sense.
yep, that's true. And so now to go to the NFL, like you said, look, big game is Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Sunday Night Football. That's the big game. Other big games, or you would say decently big games, Tua versus Kyler Murray. You got Lamar in his first game after basically giving the game away against the Steelers against the Colts. Yeah, I'm sure there's a. Let me see very quickly NFL games. I can give you our top games. Uh, I think Bears Titans is a big game just because those are 2-5-2 teams. That those games are important. Seahawks Bills is going to be an awesome game. Steelers Cowboys because everyone wants to see how bad the Steelers beat the Cowboys or if the Cowboys can put any kind of resistance. I mean, they really do suck. They suck bad. So
watch out, Bailey, because tonight you're gonna lose.
I can't wait to see what TikTok what Stephen A's TikTok is gonna be looking like when they lose.
Oh yeah, he's making TikToks. They're gonna lose the rest of the year. I saw a video on ESPN YouTube channel where he said like he doesn't really have fun making fun of the Cowboys anymore. I mean, he probably does, but I understand what he means. They're so bad that it's almost, I would say, not very fun to make fun of them because they suck so bad. But hey, I make fun of the New York Jets because to be that bad. And to basically end the quarterback's career like they're trying to end Darnold, it's a travesty. But yeah, those are the big games: Cowboys, Steelers, Dolphins, Cardinals, Saints, Buccaneers, Ravens, Colts, Bears, Titans. Those are the big games. The rest of the games are pretty boring. Honestly, I'm just mad that I have to watch the Texans versus the Jaguars on Sunday rather than the Ravens, Colts, or any other game because the Texans suck this year, unfortunately. But they'll probably win on Sunday.
Then I seen you call those Cowboy jerseys. I was like, damn, why are these so expensive, man? These shits
Because
should
they're
be going.
Cowboys, man. That's why they're
Yeah,
expensive.
these shits should be going for like $9.99, bro. I
Well,
know, I know, damn what you call it. I know, damn $29.99. I was like, ugh.
yeah, I mean,
Shit, I wish I did know.
I mean, they're the biggest team. Like they're the most popular team in the league, so they are rightly uh, getting that kind of play. And even if they're really bad, it won't drop because they're the Cowboys. It's not like other teams that you know about who are so bad that it literally drops their price, like the Jets, New York Jets, or any other team. The Cowboys are always going to be successful, always going to have the biggest market share. But I'm not watching them; they suck. I won't be watching them at all. I don't care what they do. The Steelers are going to beat them by 24 points, and the Steelers are going to be wanting to make a statement because even though they beat my team, they understand look, our offense wasn't very good for a half, and we almost let them win the game anyways, and we barely won the game with 4 turnovers. So they're ready to go give it to somebody, and those little Cowboys are just what they are looking for.
So with that being said, I think that's it.
Yes, it is.
So with that being said, after talking down the Cowboys once again, this has been another episode of the APF podcast, episode 82. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system, aka the coach, signing out.
Man, this is your boy going forward. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. It's a really quick podcast. Make sure you give a like, subscribe, look at the links down below in the description, which is now changed on YouTube, actually. The YouTube app has completely changed now, actually, funny enough. But I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Hopefully this election is called tonight. I will put on my computer here once we're done to see, because these guys are watching wrestling out here, and I'm tired of going downstairs. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. We are out.
And rest in peace, King Von, man. And,
yes, sir.
And just put it out there. I will pay my respects and listen to some of his tracks in respect. So with that being said, we out. Ah!